Hello, Mike Hardis here from Organization Development by Mike Hardis. And today I'm going to walk through just 3 simple things that make leadership. This talk today is inspired by a discussion I had with a client last week. The client runs a relatively mid-sized business, and they were trying to better identify how to separate their current leadership in a crisis versus their leadership when things are normal or different. And my response is that leadership at the core remains relatively the same. There are some small differences and nuances behind it, but at the core, you need to be consistent about what is going on. So when we think about leadership, one of the important parts is to begin to identify what small things are happening right now that are leading to parts in the future. And the first thing is this, that during the pandemic, you'll see a lot of literature and a lot of folks saying, take care of things. If you're a good leader and you're running a good business and you have people who are working with you, strong folks who believe in your mission and vision and values, you take care of your people. That doesn't make a difference or matter whether it's a pandemic or a stable time or a time of great prosperity. At the core, you have to take care of people and understand that what leadership is contextual interaction. And by that, what I mean is, what is the context I'm currently in? How do I best interact with other people? Leaders are individuals who are chosen as a group to be a catalyst to help make decisions and get things done. It doesn't mean that you're chosen or selected or you have magical powers. It just means that a group of folks said, in this context, you can help me solve problems. I want you to help me make decisions and solve problems from your knowledge and your intellect, or your skill sets, or how you got things done in the past. So the first part is this. Remember, leadership is strongly dependent upon the environment. Where are we now? What's happening? What are the needs? Who am I with? What does the environment look like? And inside that environment, you can figure out how to best respond and ask people and work with them through your leadership skills to determine in that current environment, what are the skills and tools that are needed. Now, yes, in a crisis environment or a true chaotic environment, when the pandemic first hits, we had to have a lot more clear directives on how to get things done. As we're returning back to work, we're also looking for some clear directives on how things happen. Yet things are eventually going to calm down, and many things are calming down. So at this point, you need to redirect your leadership and reflect upon what's the environment, what are the current needs, what patterns am I seeing, and how do I use the tools I have or gain new tools to make the best decisions inside this environment to support people to get their work done and make progress. Also remember, leadership focuses on others. There's a term I've been using a lot lately called leadership is extrospective. So extrospective means you're looking outside yourself. Introspection means you're looking inside yourself and say, how do I feel about this? What do I think? Extrospection means as a leader, you are seeing how other people are responding to your actions in that environment and changing your behaviors and actions to best meet them. You have to realize that leadership is not about you. It's not about you looking at your navel and thinking about how smart and wonderful you are. Leadership is about supporting your people or the people that work with you to get the work done. If you're not supporting the people to get work done, you're not supporting yourself, you're being too introspective. Additionally, you have to be other focused, and that can support your self-reflection by saying, how is what I'm doing supporting others to get things done? So extrospection will lead to introspection. Additionally, as a leader, you need to seek out and find those who don't agree with you. You need to find those constructive critics and those who aren't like you to give you different feedback and processes. Finding patterns in the environment and seeking those who see different patterns that you don't recognize are what you can do to help support your organization and yourself through challenges and changes, which is what a leader consistently does. Third part is about leadership is fulfilling others' motivation while keeping your motivation needs met. You know that everyone is not like you. And to be thoughtful to realize that folks don't respond to the same things that you do is part of the extrospection that I mentioned earlier, where leadership is about others. It's also about recognizing that you have to offer ways to people to help them get their work done in their contexts. You need to understand what motivates somebody else and understand what motivation will keep them doing good work. So you have to be thoughtful, hence the extrospection. See what people are doing, what motivates them. Additionally, you have to know what motivates you and how to keep yourself motivated to get work done. If you know what motivates you, then you're healthier in your process to figure out what motivates others. So the core of this short talk today is this. Remember, leadership is contextual interaction. It's not you pulling folks forward. It's not you pushing folks in a direction. It's you as a leader or as a leadership team or as somebody folks have given leadership authority to look at the environment, identify how you're interacting in that environment, and shift your context and the team's context to get things done. It's grossly dependent upon the environment. And sometimes when you're in a chaos situation or a crisis situation, you may have to shift, or you may have to have somebody else be the leader in that situation. Additionally, you have to focus on others. Consistently say, am I being extrospective? If my actions are leading to certain things, how are they responding? Or when people are responding, am I being observant and recognizing that? And the third part is you need to recognize what motivates others to keep yourself motivated at the core. So remembering this, at the end of the day, what leadership is and isn't doesn't matter much about you. What matters is how other people perceive you and perceive your leadership skill sets. And if people perceive you being effective in helping them solve problems and add value to their work, they will consistently see you as a leader. Leadership is never about you. It's always about being extrospective, helping others, and making a difference. As you go through crisis to stability inside your organization, things will change. And you need to be identifying what motivates others and how they're motivated themselves. This is relatively simple to do. Look for patterns. Talk to people. Be out there on the floor. Interact with others. Ask for feedback that doesn't agree with what your feedback is. Also, listen. In leadership team meetings, you ought to be asking questions and listening. And from listening, you're trying to capture patterns, hence the environment, the extrospection, it's about others, and the motivation. So thank you. Again, my name is Mike Cardis from Organization Development by Mike Cardis. Have a nice day.